Hi everyone, it's Melissa, and today I am sharing my reading goals for 2024. I'm going to do this very similarly to how I did it last year, where I'm keeping it pretty chill. I'm making sure the goals are really attainable. I am not going to push myself too much, and I'm going to do the same format where I have 3 reading goals and 2 channel related goals. So my first goal for 2024 is to get my unread physical TBR down to 75 books. I started tracking my unread books a couple of years ago. It was like a little over 200. I've really worked hard to bring it down to 100 by the end of 2023, and I did that, and I'm just really excited to keep this momentum going. I am going to do an entire video dedicated to talking about my unread books because there's some like breakdown on how I got the number down and like what my strategy is, I guess. But I am not reducing it as much this year. Last year I went from, I think it was 132 books down to 100. This year I'm going from 100 to 75. So it's a smaller reduction. But the reason I've done this, the reason I'm being slightly less aggressive with reading down my physical TBR, is that I felt like last year, while it felt really good to get a lot of those books off of my unread list, it didn't really allow me much time to read new releases or even just newer releases, not even books published in 2023, but just newer books in general. This year I've decided to be slightly less aggressive with the goal so that I have time to read books of the moment, read newer releases that I'm excited about, because I don't often give myself the chance to do that. So that's goal number 1, is to get my physical TBR down to 75. Goal number 2 is to continue on reading series. There's kind of 2 parts to this goal. But basically, I am currently in the middle of 12 different series. Some of these series have many books, like the Discworld series and the Saga comics, but there are others that don't have that many books that I would like to actually finish the series outright. So the 2 parts to this goal are, first of all, to continue on in at least 4 series, and the second part is to finish at least 2 of these series. I am 1 book away from finishing, I think, like 3 or 4 different series, so this is very doable. Goal number 3, and this is the last of my reading related goals, is to read all of the books that my husband has gifted me. So since I got back into reading like 4-ish years ago, my husband has given me a book at Christmas or my birthday. Out of those 4 books, I have only read 1, and it was a graphic anthology. Not exactly hard to get through. And so I have a really bad track record of reading what he buys me. So I would really like to read all of them this year. Like I said, there's only 3 books left, so this shouldn't really be an issue. So the last 2 goals are related to my channel. So goal number 4 is to make 2 more videos in my pop culture osmosis series. This was a goal last year as well that I just didn't have time to do. Last year was just kind of crazy, and I couldn't prioritize reading, and I definitely couldn't prioritize this channel. So I just couldn't do any pop culture osmosis vlogs. I love making them and I want to do them. I think that should be doable this year, and I really hope it is, because I would love to get back into the series. So 2 more pop culture osmosis videos this year. I already have the books in mind. I just have to find the time to do it. Lastly, goal number 5 is related to closed captions for my videos. So if you don't know, the auto captions on YouTube, they're better than they were in the past, I feel like, but they're still not great. And I want my captions to be accurate because it's important to me to make my videos as accessible as I possibly can. So last year I had the goal to caption every single video I put out that year, and if I had time to go back and do captions for some of my like evergreen content, like single book reviews and things that people may watch like a year, 2 years, or 3 years down the line. I was successful in captioning all my new videos, except I think I have like 2 left. The end of the year got really busy, so I haven't captioned them yet, but I will. And I would like to keep that going. That's not the goal, because now that that's part of my routine, I don't really need the goal as a reminder to do that. It's been my routine after I upload a video within 24 hours to go back and edit those captions to make sure they're accurate. It is time consuming, but I would just rather make fewer videos and leave more time to do the captioning. But goal number 5 is to take the time to go back and to do the captions on older videos that are what I'm calling evergreen content. So like I can't go back over 4 years of videos and caption everything, like recommendations lists or single book reviews or that kind of thing. I do want to go back and caption those because there aren't as many of those videos, so I think it's doable in terms of my time. Although it will take a lot of time, I think the time commitment is doable for within the year. So goal number 5 is to close caption all the single book reviews. We're going to start there, and then if I have more time, I'll do more of that evergreen content as well. So those are my 5 goals for 2024. Wish me luck, and share below if you have any reading goals this year. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll chat soon. Take care. Bye.